First year, and as well as that, I'm also involved with ISRA as the secretary. And basically, for me, this is my first experience in studying Islamic studies. So I'm finding it quite exciting.
Okay, that's good, alhamdulillah. How long has this project been going for?
This is our first year in terms of lecturing and tutoring.
Okay.
But obviously a project like this doesn't happen in 1 year, so the preparation for it and a lot of the groundwork was done by brothers and sisters, has been going on for quite a while. A decade.
A decade, mashallah, mashallah. That's great so far. Okay, so let's get into the Islamic Studies program. Tell me in a minute what it's about. I mean, I mentioned that it's an Islamic Studies program at Charles University. So, but what does it entail? How long is it? How is it structured?
Okay, well, I could perhaps start. Thanks, brothers. It's a combination, a blend of your classics and contemporary Islamic studies within English context, within an Australian context. So that's pretty much what it is. And we can expand that a little bit further on. How long it takes, I think it depends on the stream that the student takes over. For example, you've got undergraduate program, and you have a postgraduate stream. And it's in a part-time mode. So probably at a part-time level at this stage, we're looking at 4 years part-time for bachelor's and about 2 years part-time for a master's qualification. Right. So depending on which stream you take the course, that's the length of time it takes. But it's an attempt of the classics and the contemporary on Islamic studies. So
within an Australian context?
Within our Australian context.
I'm going to ask you about that later on.
Okay.
Khair, inshallah. Okay, so the idea I have here is the inception, the initial spark that somebody had of why don't we build an Islamic university or Islamic university program in Australia. Who first came up with it? How did it come about? And how did it materialize? As you mentioned, 10 years. How did it materialize during this 10 years?
Sure. Well, the works to teach Islamic studies at a structured English means through an English medium has been going on for over a decade. Some of the co-founders of who are also part of the advisory committee had been preparing material over the course of this last 10 decades about different aspects of Islamic studies and in English. And the courses have been highly successful over the years. And over time, when this opportunity came with Charles University, the partnership that came with Charles University, the advisory committee, including, as you mentioned, the Mufti, our current Mufti, came together and they actually consulted the existing curriculums nationally as well as internationally, especially internationally with Islamic studies, to see the kind of the content material out there. And then according to their knowledge base, what was best to retrieve from that, they basically they created and designed this program. So the material of our current course is a product of all of this consultation with existing material with the advisory committee, and they've produced this degree that it's pretty fitting for this, I mentioned again, Australian context, for this Muslims within our context, all in English primarily.
All right, that's great. Okay, so my next question is about the nature of this course. When I say nature, I mean, of course, what are you putting into, I guess, as a priority? Is it the tertiary nature of the course, or is it the religious nature? Is it Muslims that take it mostly, or is it non-Muslims as well who want to learn about Islam? So, I mean, how are you presenting it to the people?
Sure. Well, a bit of probably all of that, in a sense that the program, the nature of the work is, the focus is Islamic knowledge, but definitely at a university framework. So it's probably, like you mentioned again in your introduction, that it's the first time in Australia we have a program such as this that has got a structure that is at the standard of rigorous thinking and intellectual inquiry at an Australian university level. So with that framework in mind, with all the assessments designed with that kind of a framework in mind, the program in its content focuses primarily on all the core sciences of Islamic studies. So all your fundamental core sciences of Islamic studies really discussed in. And the majority of our students so far are from various institutional background, educational background. I would say predominantly at this stage they're Muslims. We do have some non-Muslims as well, but factoring in the very recent inception of the program, it's been just this year actually, it's been primarily the Muslim audience has been really responding to something that they perhaps have been waiting for a while to have the design from their own trusted Muslim community members and scholars. So